society, like these are the success stories from there. And it made me feel very successful, very seen, very heard, even though it was kind of intimidating standing up in front of everyone at the game, but very, very seen.
Yeah, I would agree with Sam. I mean, I think more of the shy twin. Um, but of course, like with everything, having Sam there with me, my backbone, my other half, it gave me a sense of confidence. So I was more open to going down onto the field than if I had been by myself. But it was really cool to just be recognized, and it kind of just put it, like she was saying, a spotlight on like these options and these paths are possible for students. Because before, I mean, when we were in middle school, again, this was a long time ago, so early college is way more known about today. But in middle school, you kind of just had the concept of, okay, I go to high school, I'll apply for colleges, I'll go to school, etc. We had no idea that there was this other path. So it really brought to light the fact that there's a couple of different things that you can do with your journey. And it doesn't have to be just that traditional public high school, then college kind of journey.
It makes sense. I always appreciate it just for the fact that you are publicly recognized.
Mm-hmm.
So many scholarships are so like behind the curtain, tons of money given out, right? Like millions and
Yeah.
millions of dollars, but like who gets it? We don't know. We don't know who they are. So I really like that about the Bruce Del Canton one. I know that their foundation will be super excited. They'll probably get access to this interview as well. Just kind of a where are you now kind of thing, right? Because they've been
Yeah.
giving scholarships away for a long time. And it's such a big part of who we are. Bruce Del Canton, uh, famous Pelicans coach, pitching coach, believed in education. And you guys, I'm sure, would make him very proud uh, for you to be a namesake there on the scholarship. All right, so you have that experience, and then you're off to college. Where are we going?
I went to Coastal.
Sam's story is so simple. She just went to Coastal. I kind of bounced around a little bit. Went to Coastal for a little bit. Um, the effects of the accident kind of caught up to me, so I needed some time to heal and process. So I did end up leaving CCU for a little bit, and then I started a program online at the University of Nebraska at Kearney for sociology. So I did that, graduated, and then I went to Campbellsville University for my master's.
Cool. And Sam, yours was just right there across the street.
Yeah, I went to Coastal for my bachelor's, and then I obtained my master's from the University of Virginia.
Love it. Great school.
Yes.
All right, so we have our education. That's good. Now, are we going to do something with this education?
Absolutely.
You don't have to. I mean, a lot of these interviews, it'll be like, nope, never used it at all. Uh, whatever. We're all on a different path. That's what I teach them. All right, so what are we doing now?
I am a special education teacher. So at Coastal Carolina University, I got my bachelor's in special education K through 12. So I'm able to teach anywhere from kindergarten to 12th grade. I did 4 years at the fourth grade level, and that was inclusion. And so I pushed in and pulled kids out. And then I moved to Florida and I decided I wanted to try something new because I K through 12 and I went to high school. And so now I am strictly a co-teacher. So I'm in the class the whole day, co-teaching with a gen ed teacher. And I do English 3 and English 4. So I'm with 11th and 12th graders.
Oh, that's very different than elementary school.
Yeah, they both have their perks. I love both, but I love that I have the flexibility to do whatever I want.
That's cool. What about you, Lauren?
Um, so after, well, I should say for my master's in social work, I had to do a lot of interning. So I kind of did a couple of different things. I was like at an alternative school, and then I did in-home, and then I finished with a private practice because I ended up moving to Georgia. So I finished my internship with a private practice, which I'm still with. So I'm on my 6th year there. I just kind of do part-time telehealth. But when I moved to Georgia, I got a job with a CSEC program, which is commercial sexual exploitation of children. So I worked a lot with trauma, anxiety, depression, life transitions that the girls were going through. So we worked with girls as ages 12 to 17. So a lot of them would be, you kind of think of like this movie type background of this girl being picked up in this sex trafficking ring and brought back home. Those were the girls that I worked with. It was like those stories are real. And so, when they would come back home, they would do 90 days of treatment, and that's what I did with them. And then I ended up moving back to South Carolina. So I got a job at the local rape crisis center in Horry County. So I'm a sexual assault counselor. I've been there a little over 3 years, but I'm actually about to transition into private practice full time. Still doing the same kind of things. So treating trauma, sexual assault trauma, and then just kind of anxiety, depression, life transitions, relationships, things like that. But overall, I have been a therapist for going on 6 years.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Both making differences in very different ways.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Last question. Well, really, it's two questions. You can divide it up. Each can take one. You can both do a shorter answer for both, so you both get to talk. However you want to do it. Question number one. On March 17th, our incoming class of 2029, will be receiving their acceptance letters. What advice do you give the kid who's on the fence about it? Like, they don't want to leave their friends. They kind of like the regular high school thing, or at least they think they do. What advice do you give that kid? Question number two.
Okay.
Question two. What advice do you give the senior who's about to finish stuff up and they have no clue what they want to do?
Those are both very good questions. I feel like
Lauren, I think you might be better suited for the senior question since I had after the accident, I was, knew exactly what I wanted to do, become a special education teacher, and you were a little bit more on the fence. So, Lauren, you might want to take that, and then I can take the freshman question.
yeah, I mean, definitely with the freshman question, Sam, I'm sure you're going to go into detail, but I would say just do it. It's worth it. For the senior, I would really recommend to follow your heart. I mean, follow what you feel like is your path, and know that even if you start going down this path and you maybe change your mind, you were so young at that point. I mean, we graduated, Sam and I were still 17 when we graduated from early college. So, give or take 17, 18-year-olds. At that point, you'd be around a junior in college. If you transfer, you still have time. So even if you start maybe a year of a specific major and you decide that's not really what you want to do, you're already ahead of the game. You can change your mind. And I was kind of the same way, on the fence of what I really wanted to do. So I ended up going with a sociology degree. And when I finished with my sociology degree, I was like, this is not what I want to do. And now I'm kind of feel like I'm back at square one. But I was still so young and still ahead of the game when I figured out, okay, I know I want to do therapy.
Sorry. Sorry.
I was still young. I mean, when I was doing my master's program, I wasn't even old enough to drink yet. So, even if you are on the fence, just start with something, try it out. And if it doesn't feel like it's what you want to do, you have time to change and do something different. I did it and I'm still successful. So even though I have this bachelor's degree and I was like, actually don't really want to do anything with it, I figured out where my heart truly lied and then I went with it.
Love it. Good
I would
advice.
also say, um, don't take time off. Even if it's a course at a vocational school or still at Georgetown, don't take time off, because if you take that time off, you are less likely to go back. Do something. Take a course on whatever. I thought when I graduated, I'm like, maybe I want to take a course like on how to become a pastry chef at Georgetown. I mean, take a course on something. Take 5 different courses if you want. You will find something that you like. But my advice for freshmen that are on the fence, like Lauren said, do it. If you're worried about leaving your friends, one, you will make the best of friends in this program. You will make friends that, I became friends with people that I never would have been friends with at a traditional high school. I had friends that loved to go in the country and ride four-wheelers, and I had friends that loved to go to rap concerts. I mean, I had friends from every different world at early college. And some of those people, like Kayla Jessup, we're still friends with to this day. Um, and I just don't think I would have developed those same friendships at a traditional high school. And my friends that went to a traditional high school didn't have the same focus that I did. So I think that they would have held me back from accomplishing what I wanted to in life. I think I would have held myself back by not doing this. It Even if you're on the fence, do it. You will never get an opportunity like this again. It is the best opportunity you could take for yourself and for your future.
And even if, like what our mom had us do, even if you just try it for a year, you can go back to public high school. You're not setting um, a concrete plan and, signing this contract that I have to finish at early college. You can start, you can try it. And if it's really not your speed, you can transfer back.
Love it. Good advice. Twice as nice. That's good. Uh, but just kind of to wrap this up, I'm so appreciative and grateful for both of you coming. Lauren, you've done one of these with me before. I don't know if you've ever watched the video of that, but
I haven't.
you can always check it out. My wife won't watch any of these because I use my teacher voice the whole time. So that's too bad. But the interviews have been a lot of fun. It's been great catching up with people. And we're going to continue to build those bonds and hopefully continue that relationship piece.
Yep.
As I was talking with one group last night, we kind of joke that, oh, you're part of the early college family. Once a trailblazer, always. It's actually kind of true.
It is.
And that network's always there. If you ever need anything, we're here. And it's done. I remember even writing, I think, a letter for somebody to go to University of Nebraska at wherever.
You also wrote a letter for me one time.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I guess it worked out.
Yep.
But we really are a family. That's just who we are. But I'll be reaching out to you again. I got your emails now.
Yep.
Awesome talking to you. I got to run too because I think
Okay.
it starts in like a minute. But good to see y'all. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks again. Bye.